The Cascade Adult Center is going on right here in Eugene, and probably you don't know much about it, and you probably should if you know somebody who's in the elder part of their life. Joining us, Diana Jacoby, who is with Cascade in studio. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Thanks for taking the time out to spend some time with us. Now, what do you do with Cascade?
I'm a gerontologist at Cascade Adult Center, and I facilitate support groups for caregivers of those with early to moderate memory loss and instruct early to moderate memory loss program for cognitive wellness to keep those that have early memory loss maximizing their capabilities so we can slow any cognitive decline.
One of those groups, Active Lives, Active Minds.
Active Minds is our early to moderate memory loss program. And as I said, we provide cognitive activities, stimulating activities in a group format for those with early to moderate memory loss. It stimulates them. We're in a group environment, providing socialization to those who may otherwise find themselves in a facility. Okay, they're able to keep cognitively stimulated, to be independent, live independently, stay at home, living with their families, and be comfortable with others that have a similar memory loss decline.
Is it true that there are certain things that you can do, short of, Alzheimer's aside, aren't there things that as people get up in years that they can do to stave off, or I don't know if prevent's the right word, but stave off memory loss, different things that they can do? I've read everything from, that video games are actually helpful for the elderly in those regards, and doing things where they're constantly using their mind helps keep the neurons flowing. What are you finding?
I think I got this one. I think the word jumble. Isn't the word jumble help you?
Right. Activities such as that, word jumbles, word searches, any type of thing that stimulates your attention, your memory, working with words, working with numbers, doing those different kinds of puzzles are the cognitively stimulating activities that I'm talking about that we do participate in, that it does help you to stave off any type of memory loss inherent just with aging, and those that have a neurodegenerative cognitive decline, it does help to slow the decline. Because once you have a diagnosis of, say, an Alzheimer's disease or another type of dementia, that you will experience a trajectory of decline. However, the more that you engage in these stimulating types of activities, learning new things, anything of that sort where you're engaging, where you are firing off your neurons, will help to slow any trajectory. So say you have a diagnosis of some type of an Alzheimer's and memory loss decline when you're 66, 72 years old. You try to get in there, get involved, stay engaged, learn new activities, have socialization with others instead of sitting home and watching television, where you're getting activity in your brain. You're stimulating those neurons. So you may experience a much slower decline than someone who is, like I said, sitting at home, you're watching TV, you're not getting that stimulation. You're likely to have a very quicker decline in your memory capabilities, and the disease itself will perpetuate itself more quickly.
What about reading? Is reading something that is helpful there, or not as much as doing the other things that you're talking about?
Reading is very helpful. It's helpful to read and then to be able to have a conversation and discuss that with another individual. As if you're reading something, you're having a memory difficulty, are you remembering what you're reading? Whereas if you're able to discuss that with another individual in a group setting, such as we have at Cascade Adult Center, then you're able to stimulate that memory. You're able to stimulate what you're talking about and make sure you have the comprehension, as opposed to just maybe sitting at home by yourself. You're reading, but you're reading the words, but are you really getting what you're reading?
So you're dealing with the caregivers, people that are going through this, that they have somebody maybe in the family that are they're kind of recognizing the symptoms, and they come in and talk to you. My understanding is that Cascade is free, correct?
The caregiver support groups at Cascade Adult Center are free. But we do charge for services. We're a nonprofit, But we do charge for the all-day daycare services that are provided for older adults and those who are disabled. So we actually have 3 unique populations that we serve at Cascade Adult Center. We have the caregivers who are family members or who have a loved one that has a caregiving need. We have general caregiving support groups on Tuesday and Wednesdays from 1 to 3. Anyone who is a caregiver in any capacity can attend those support groups, and there is no cost for that. Then we have a caregiver support group for those who have a loved one with a memory loss, and that is Thursday from 1 to 3. And at the same time as that support group's going on, there is a support group for the individual who has early to moderate memory loss. So the family comes together and they divide. You have those with an early memory loss that are together and talking about how this experience is perpetuating itself in their life, and they support one another, and it's a nice environment for those individuals because there's someone that they can identify with. And once you're given this diagnosis that, yes, you have Alzheimer's, you have some form of memory loss decline or some form of dementia, it can be very frightening. And immediately you can think, oh, gosh, this is the beginning of the end, when indeed there's still so much life left to be lived. And you can find this support and this comfortable environment with others experiencing this. And for the caregivers, for the family members of these individuals, the support group helps them to normalize this as well, offers the support that they need. As oftentimes, if you have a wife of someone who's been diagnosed, eventually they're assuming the responsibilities, not only the household responsibilities that they would normally take care of, but they assume the responsibilities that their loved one
caregiver
taken care of as well. Yes, they become the caregiver, and then the unique stresses and challenges that they experience, the support group's a place for them to kind of normalize this experience, to find the support, caring from others who are going through this process. It's a place where they can receive some education about the disease, can tap into different useful community resources from others, and those support groups are free of charge. Okay, so that's one of the unique populations that we serve at the Cascade Adult Center. A second population that we serve is day services. It's actually an adult day health center for those that are disabled adults or more frail or vulnerable older adults. It's the service that's provided Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 5:30 all day. We provide daily health activities. Individuals can receive showers. You get nutritious meals served and snacks. You're involved with others during the day, so you're not just sitting at home by yourself. And
did you say that was free as well?
That is not free. The only free service that we have is for the caregivers.
The different support
and the different support groups. Right. There is a cost, and the cost is based on level of care that an individual may need during the day. So you have an individual who's an older adult, lives perhaps with a son or daughter who's a baby boomer, son or daughter, needs to go to work during the day. What do we do with mom and dad? How do we ensure their safety? We're not ready to put them in a residential care facility, but yet they need some type of a care. And in-home care is an option. However, you're not receiving necessarily the socialization, that stimulation, that cognitive wellness that really can bounce somebody back. It can help counteract depression. And just being involved and engaged in that cognitive stimulation, once again, that you want to receive through activities and engagement and exercise programs that we provide as part of the services of the Cascade Adult Center. And we can, as I said, give showers. We can help with incontinence issues, have healthy, nutritious meals and snacks that are provided, and assistance with those activities of daily life that someone who would like to remain independent, living at home, can receive Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 5:30. And it provides respite care. If there's an older adult or a disabled adult living at home with the family may find it difficult to find their time to be able to take care of their things that they need to get done, their shopping, their housework, and gives them an opportunity to have
a break.
A break, exactly. Their respite care that's so important for them to be able to take care of themselves. So if they're not able to take care of themselves, they become stressed out. How do I care for this other person? I can't even care for myself at this moment. So it does offer that ability for them to take that much needed break.